We are LUX Youth Project, and we were asked by Baines Council to find out the 5 needs of young people across the county. The 5 needs we found out were: young people want safety, just places where they can feel safe. Number 2, meet with their friends, socialise and build trusting relationships with youth workers. Thirdly, knife crime. Young people are concerned about this, and with the recent events it's brought it up quite a few times. But yeah, they just want, again, trusted adults to talk to about it, and they also see a need for more education around knife crime. Number 4, social media. Just the amount of bullying that goes on social media, and some young people are really traumatised by this, and some of it's unknown to us as adults. But yeah, maybe ways of giving young people opportunity to talk about this more, and ways we can help them maybe come off social media or certain platforms so that their well-being is better. Mental health and well-being. Young people just want an openness and a place where they can talk to trusted adults about their mental health if they're struggling and life is challenging. There we go, they are the 5 needs that young people came up with in this documentary. But you'll hear more now from the young people.
Top needs that I would say I've recognised in my youth work and my teaching is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the bottom it's sort of like food, water, clothing, safety, that sort of thing, and then it works its way up to self-actualisation, where you can get into having role models and sort of positive environments where you get developed and you get opportunities to grow, and there's a whole range in that middle. For me personally, I definitely recognise in this community, working with young people, that having clear and safe boundaries for them is really helpful. Some of them come from backgrounds that's not necessarily laid out for them, so it's actually quite helpful. They like it when we create spaces where they can feel safe and have real clear boundaries on expectations.
I think projects like Motus Dance Academy are really important for young people to come and have somewhere where they feel safe, where they can just be themselves and they can just express who they are without any judgment. You know, anything that's going on at home or at school, anything that's going on in their community, they can come here and leave it outside the door and just be themselves and make friends with a group of like-minded young people, and just work together for something that they really, really enjoy and forget all the extra pressures that they've got, even if it's just for 2 hours.
This is a really safe space, and I think we need that right now, especially in Bath. With everything that's going on, somewhere safe is important, because you can come here and that's like a guarantee to feel safe.
Bath was voted one of the safest cities in the UK, but it doesn't really feel like it at the moment, because with everything that's been going on, a lot of people don't really feel that safe.
A good group of friends who you can go to if you've got any problems, or just someone to hang around with so you're not alone and feel okay. Youth workers is in here, so if you've got any needs or problems you go to them, or just talk about, chat about general life.
Youth work and youth projects are so important to the young people, again, especially coming off the back of COVID, where they completely missed out on the social aspect of things. You know, academia was really heavily focused on, but young people forgot how to socialise. And when they come into a youth environment where they've got youth workers supporting them, they can just be free of judgment. They are just themselves. They're outside of a parental environment. They're outside of a school setting. And it's a really key part in their development to learn who they are and what makes them excited, where their passions lie.
Families are really important.
Why do you find youth club fun?
Because you get to meet all your friends and you can eat with everyone.
What about the youth workers?
They're good to talk to because they're quite funny.
And do you think they help you in any way?
Yeah.
In what way?
If you ask them a question, they can answer, or anything like that.
Yeah. Do you think the youth workers listen to you if you've got any kind of problem? Or?
Yeah.
I think us young people need more education on knife crime, and we need to know how to speak about it and how to handle it, and I think if people get caught carrying a knife, they should do time for it. I mean, it's scary, the fact it's happening locally as well, and like Charlie Bates and all that is, don't know how to react, it's worrying.
Myself and a lot of other people in the community believe that it's due to the fact there is nothing to do, that kids are getting in trouble with the police and getting into gangs that are leading into fights, and especially recently with all the stabbings. It's just not a good environment for young kids to be joining themselves into.
The increasing pressure of social media is something we've not really dealt with in the same way before, especially as young people ourselves. I'm glad I wasn't a young person growing up now. I think it's really important for projects like Motus Dance Academy to provide a safe space. I think it's really important for young people to be involved, to have a say, not just in massive global matters that are happening, but just about the day-to-day things that are happening at school, within home, within smaller projects that are happening in the community, so that they feel that they've got a place where they can belong and that they can be themselves.
Hi, I'm Stuart McLaughlin. I work on Fox Hill as a youth worker, supporting young people and families. Two things I think young people need today in our culture and society is a hope. Looking at mental health and what people are struggling with currently is how do we support them and help them in that. And secondly, purpose, knowing that they've got a plan and a future for their lives, and how do we equip them to be able to go into a career that's important for them and that they can stay at.
And especially at the moment, a lot of kids are struggling with mental health due to the stabbings, and they just need somewhere they can open up and be supported and helped in like all kinds of ways. I myself attend Motus, and before I was really naughty and my mental health was terrible, and then I came here, and not only are you just here to dance, but they are here to just support you. And I think mental health is like a number one thing apart from dancing. They always ask how you're doing, how your day's been, and if you're like visibly upset, then they ask you how you are. Like for example, like last week I was told that I would never be able to be what I wanted to be when I was older, and it really upset me, and I was a mess. And I came here and they just seen, and they didn't say it very loudly, but they just asked if I wanted to talk, and obviously I said yeah, and then we started speaking, and then they were aware that I wasn't happy, and they were fine with me coming in and out of the dances and not dancing to my fullest. And it's just somewhere where you are loved and you are supported in every decision and everything you do. So I feel like young people just need that. They need somewhere they can enjoy but can also be supported in a way.